Hi, I'm attorney Andrew Thompson from the Thompson Law Office. In this video, we're talking about the legal issues involving bankruptcy and alternative to bankruptcy. We'll talk about them with respect to three different categories. The first of which is considering business versus consumer bankruptcy. The second is to look at different types of bankruptcy filing. That is Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which gives you a clean slate or a fresh start, versus Chapter 11 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which is either the reorganization of a business or a personal repayment plan. And the last category is debt settlement alternatives to bankruptcy. Okay, the first issue of business versus consumer bankruptcy simply applies to whether or not you're dealing with a business or you're dealing with an individual situation. Sometimes there is overlap. Individuals, of course, own their own businesses, and sometimes a decision has to be made about whether the entity needs to dissolve or file for bankruptcy, or whether the individual principal shareholder should file bankruptcy on his or her own. The second category of choosing between a Chapter 7 versus a Chapter 11 or Chapter 13 is important as well. The key thing to consider there is what are the debts you're trying to discharge and what are you trying to accomplish with the assets that you have in hand right now. For example, if you own a home, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy might not be a solution for you if you can't pay an arrearage on your mortgage and get caught up. You may need to file a Chapter 13 to buy some time to get caught up on your mortgage. There are certain other types of debt that only a Chapter 13 will help you with because they can't be discharged in a Chapter 7. So for example, you're always going to have to repay certain kinds of taxes, student loans, and alimony and child support payments that are court ordered. You can't be discharged from those debts, so the only thing you can do is work out a repayment plan, and usually part or all of that is going to be non-negotiable as well, but it will help you with the other debts that you have. A Chapter 7 bankruptcy will only discharge unsecured debts, essentially, and then those debts that are secured, you'll either have to catch up your payments immediately and reaffirm the debt, or you'll have to forfeit the asset that is related to the debt. Okay, so that's a simple explanation of the different types of bankruptcy. Sometimes, for credit reasons and for the simple other economic reasons, it may be wise to work out a settlement plan, a debt settlement or personal non-filed alternative to bankruptcy, where you can work with your creditors with a payment plan of your own or negotiated one-time lump sum settlement. This can work very effectively for people that have large amounts of credit card debt, or if you have a deficiency judgment on a mortgage foreclosure, for example. We've done this for many clients over the course of our practice here at the Thompson Law Office, and it can be quite effective depending upon your personal situation. If you need help deciding what's the best course of action for you, please give us a call at the Thompson Law Office. You can reach us at 317-564-4976 or find us on the web at www.thompsonlaw-in.com.